Recording.
So hello everyone. Now today we will have an interesting troubleshooting session with David and Raul. So I guess that the idea would be to enable the wedge port connected to your server.
Correct. We've been having trouble with that, and for some reason we just can't get the servers to detect the connection to the wedge.
Okay, so I presume that you have a clear diagram and how the connectivity, how the server and the wedge are wired.
Yes, I've got that.
Cool. So potentially, if Luis, it is possible, maybe David can share his screen, and
Of course,
we can have
David.
two windows. Yep. Sorry. Please go ahead.
David and Raul, I guess. There you go.
Shared. Hopefully you can see a diagram on the right and the terminal on the left.
Yes, we can see it.
Good.
Super. So is it also possible for you to open a window to one of the server you would like to enable connectivity?
I don't have access to the servers.
I do have access to the servers.
Okay, so maybe if it is possible to somehow access the screen from Raul and display it from the Zoom, so we can have everything on the same screen, if possible.
Just a moment, I just spotted that you tried to null zero interface. So the thing is that we have null zero interface, but if you wish to have it, then you have to create it by hand.
Aha, that explains why it wasn't working.
So simply because you can have so it's fully VRF stuff. So so if you have a one VRF, then you have to create a null interface for that particular VRF. But that's all.
In order to aggregate the larger subnet, I mean that's how I would in Cisco go about it, and I was presuming that's how we would do it in FreeRtr as well.
Yes, for sure. Basically, you can create a null interface and you can put an address into it, and then it will be present in the routing table, and then you can advertise it, for example.
So do I need
simply create an interface like interface null 0 or null 1, you know, and then put it to a VRF and put an address, and from that point it's null routed basically.
I need to also assign it address?
If you wish to route packets to it, I mean, or have a, okay, so the easiest is yes. So the easiest if you address it, yes.
Oh.
Just put your /28 to it, and I think that it will do the trick to have it in the table. It is in the screen. I see it's on the top of the screen already.
Looks
I mean,
I'm not quite sure what your any old address will do, I take it. So
yes, but you can write that 194 address you want to backhaul, basically. But yes, it will also work. It will also work. Do the way.
I'll do.
Okay, and simply remove the next hop and the null and everything, and just write a 10 and.
I see. Yeah.
Okay, and maybe an interface, but it's also fine. Let's check. Show. IPv4 route core. Let's see.
Excellent.
Okay, seemingly points to the right interface.
That looks good. So hopefully now BGP will be advertising this subnet, which is what's the route map that I have.
IPv4 BGP, the AS number. A unicast summary. Wait a bit. VLAN done is all 0, which indicates to me it advertised nothing.
I'll show the routes that it's sending out.
It's all 0. I see the VLAN, the 0 columnar 0. But okay, then remove the unicast and also
No.
yes, remove the unicast and replace it with neighbor and the IP. And the IP and unicast advertised and unicast learned.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
Because the neighbor is. Oh no, that's correct. So we're not sending that now.
By the way, should it send?
I believe so.
What about show running config router BGP4 64595? BGP4, sorry. Okay, and do the route map. Can you show me show route map? Okay, that's better. Show run route map, that will also do the trick.
That's what I'm trying to do. Very complicated.
Show prefix map will do. Okay, also. Okay, but you have to give it the name, I mean, to Janet. If I pronounced it correctly.
So we are to Janet matching this prefix list.
Yes, yes.
Which is that subnet. IPv.
Wait a bit. You redistribute connect, but it now became a static route.
Yep.
Just put redistribute static with the same route map. Should do the trick.
Right.
Should you clear soft or
No.
it will be directly?
No, when
Okay.
you change the redistribute stanzas, then it recomputes everything internally.
Okay.
Looks like that's worked. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Frederick, please continue.
No problem. Actually, I won't continue. It will David who will continue. So let's activate one port.
But currently,
Which port do you want to activate? Which server?
Let's do Callisto, David.
Callisto?
Yeah,
Yes. This
So
is
Callisto is on
Callisto
port
is
5 and
103.
6.
yeah.
Okay. So last week or 2 weeks ago, we were trying to activate this port and they showed up here. So can you just do show run before L? Show run space before L. Enter. So in this case, it should be SDN 5. Okay.
Yeah.
This is okay. SDN 5 and 2. We have autoneg and so on. Okay, so now let's check together the data plane. So you can use TNA dash EF shell. Excellent. That's it. UCLI PM point. No, dot, sorry. Dot. Again. So UCLI PM now, sorry. PM. Enter.
PM enter.
Yes, show. So what's happening is that the port does not appear. So somehow there is a kind of discrepancy between what the data plane should see and the BF switch T. We are talking about the port 5/0. So let's try to add it manually. Port, sorry, remove the space. Port dash add space 5/0 space 100. I think it's G.
G, yep.
Yes, space. And I think you put FEC as, so put 0. Enter. Sorry, so obviously it's none, sorry, not 0, but none. So yes, exactly, none, enter. Port, type port, dash, enable, so ENB, NB, space, slash 5/0, enter. Can you do now show again? Okay, so now the data plane is in sync with a FreeRtr. For somehow there is something that prevents FreeRtr to program correctly the data plane. So can you do a show again? So the data plane does not come up.
Right.
So here, what we can try is to maybe try a different encoding. So in this, so.
Frederick, sorry for the
Yes.
interruption. I think it is easier to say that we already found it bug. That is, if an invalid combination happens, then we cannot program it properly. I think the better way is if we enable terminal monitor and try the different parameters under the P4 server.
Yes, we can do that. So feel free to Xaba, feel free to lead the way then. So wait. So exit. You can exit.
Okay. So the thing is that if you enable then terminal monitor, sorry, exit again. So if you enable terminal monitor here and let's pick up a port. Let's say
it was SDN5 is the one we were just looking at.
SDN5. Okay. So the bug we are hitting here is already fixed in a new release. So I think first of all, let's start with TNA. Fredrik, what what is the way now to upgrade? Do you know it?
You are in an air gap situation, I think.
Again? Oh.
Yes. So that's why you had to do this manually,
I see.
Csaba.
Oh, we have internet on this router.
Okay, cool. So
Wait, you have what you haven't? Sorry.
We do.
Ah, you do. Okay.
Let's check
Then
it.
I think.
Yep.
I think then flash upgrade. Let's do it. First of all, write, please write. No, first of all, write. Okay, then now flash upgrade.
So
Just type flash and upgrade, and it will do the trick for you.
oh, so flash upgrade. I did not use it so far with this release, but it is bound to Nix also.
It works on X for sure.
Excellent. Excellent.
Only need to do the TNA way if you need a new data plane fix or something like this. This stuff will always work. I mean.
give it a few minutes then.
And normally it should be back in some seconds.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, let's check the BGP.
I
mean, show IPv4. First of all, let's check the BGP. Show IPv4 BGP and the AS number summary, please. Summary. Summary, just summary. Okay, we have some prefixes, which is not bad. Okay, so I think now the bug that showed the interface up, if it is not up, then it should be solved. No, can you show interface description? That's it. Okay, so bit things changed. And also, if you take a look on the show logging, please, then I think now, okay, just press a lot of spaces, just the async booted up and so on. So we got this lot of attempting to set, etc., etc. And basically all this begins with the fact that we are trying to set up an invalid combination interface.
Okay.
Okay, Fredrik, the floor is yours.
So I presume we should change only the parameter. So
Yes.
what you can do is to do show run p4l. Okay, so we have just seen that 164.102.0.0 is not working. So maybe what we can do is to put one. So let's go to conft.
Yeah.
Yeah, conft server p4lang.
Like that.
Yes. And now, yeah, and remove this by one. Yes. And what we can do is to do clear p4, clear p4, I think.
It's only it programs out automatically. So if we didn't got any new messages, then it should be all right.
Show interface summary.
First of all, show logging.
Yes, you can do that. I don't see SDN5.
Me neither.
Still down.
Okay,
Question.
let's do the clear P4 stuff then. Okay.
It takes some time to to go up. So
Okay, what about terminal monitor and config revert? Let's check if you even see the messages or don't. Okay, and config revert.
Just like that.
Yes, yes. Okay, much better. Now we got the invalid combination. Okay, so I think then, can you please repost the last config stanza? I think right after the errors equal 0. And let's see if we got, no, the second one, sorry, that was the second one. No, okay.
This one. Like that.
I think it is, yes, it is. So please wait a bit. So this config revert printed out two configs, the rollback config and the backward config. The first one with the 9 numbers is printed out directly with the 9 numbers because just forget about it. These were the commands that get executed. The second config part, this is the rollback of the rollback. So basically, if you pass that stuff back, then you will get you will undo the revert.
Yeah. So redo the command script.
Yes, basically, yes. So the line with 100 to 10 is the right one, I think.
Okay.
Oh, okay, for sure. Okay, so
Where did we entered the command?
okay, so we got that inconsistent parameter stuff. Do you see the third line that we got? Attempting to set administrative state is not interesting here. That line, one line below, sorry, this one. No, one line above, sorry, one line above. Exactly. So we try to set an invalid parameter. Basically, this is what it complains about. So, Frederick?
So my guess is that we should try 100,010 then.
Wait. I know by heart. Zero is an auto model that usually never works. So this ASIC is not about guessing the line parameters. I think, but 101 maybe.
101. Well, actually, it was working on my other wedge with zero. But,
Okay, then.
but it's yes. So
Okay.
seriously, it depends on
Okay,
the
sorry.
other end also.
Sorry, my bad. You activated more ports than me, so please continue.
So try 0 and we'll see if the parameter got attempting to delete inactive port.
Okay, that is normal because the last FreeRtr state was that, okay, we should delete this port, but we didn't got the invalid combination. So basically, I think now it is accepted by the hardware. But we didn't got SDM5 changed to app, so it was not the right combination.
So try one, but this is the last, I think. But my guess also is to check at the other end, because sometimes when it is accepted by the hardware, even if the interface is down, I need to go to the other.
Wait a minute, Frederick. Is it accepted by the hardware? I think it's time to check.
Yes. So you can do. You go to BF shell, so TNA BF shell. So you can exit. TNA BF shell. And UCLI PM show.
Okay, 5.0 is here, so it accepted, but it's really down.
Yes. And for me, FAQ is known means that the what is accepted is 164.100.0.1.1.0.
Basically, you have to subtract one from these parameters, as I saw in case of 100 gig. I mean,
So can you check at the other end if AutoNeg is activated or not? It is on SDN5, so it is in Callisto. I'm not sure which interface it is, Raoul.
Yes, AutoNeg is on
Is
all
on?
of the interfaces.
And what about in ETH tool? What about the
Back.
FAQ? Yes, sorry.
Just a moment. So we are, auto negotiation is advertised and is on. Okay, advertise FAQ modes, known RS baser. Is that what you want?
Non RS. So basically, normally it should accept
Wait.
RS.
Wait. For 100 gig, we have another fact than RS. We have, I think it is FC or something like this.
Yeah, but yes, but it never worked for me. FC.
I see.
FC never worked in that case. You can try. So that's why usually I try to add it using the data plane command. It's somehow better. Sorry, advertise FAQ mode non RS base. So if advertise is that's weird. That's the first time I have.
Okay, what if we try to set the fact to RS on both sides?
Yeah. Yes. So David, on 5/0, what you can do is we set it via FreeRtr.
I think yes, let's do that.
So exit. Yep. So conft, yes, server P4, show run this. Yeah, excellent. Export port.
Much better editor. Use editor for such a thing. I think.
Yeah, if you want editor, enter. I think. Go to SDN5, and after 100, you will replace 1 by 2. It should be here. Yes. And let's try this.
Okay, it's Control X, backspace, and Y.
For exit, Control X.
Sorry,
now.
Control X. That's it.
Oh, I don't think that's saved.
Yes, you had to delete.
I pressed
the
Y, but I
N.
didn't delete the N first. Control X.
Okay, the inactivated port message is not that bad. Now it's also accepted, but we didn't got the SDN change to app, so.
Okay, so now try to check at the data plane level. So I will just go to BF shell again.
And one more thing, I think we should enable AutoNeg also, because
it is already enabled, I think. No?
I saw it disabled, but let's see. Let's check.
Yes.
How do we do that?
BF shell, sorry.
Yeah,
again to CLI, PM show. Why the port disappeared and the FAQ is. Let's try to add it manually if you are okay.
Okay.
So port add. No, sorry, port dash add 5/0 space 100G RS. Enter. Port enable.
Wait, port AutoNeg first, I think.
Yes, you can. No, it's not this command. I think it's remove port type A autoneg. I think. No, sorry, sorry. Type AU autoneg tab or something. Right. Do you know by heart the command or type just tab here? Okay, what's the autoneg stuff? Yeah. Can you scroll a bit up?
This one?
Yes, and set enable 1. I think you have to put 1
5/0.
and
No,
set 1.
Oh, damn.
And now port dash ENB space 5/0 enter. Show. Again, again because sometimes it can change. Okay, it became up. So Xaba, there is something weird because we cannot set RS. We have still this message data plane from the data plane that cannot program RS correctly. You see it?
Yes, maybe we should give it another shot.
Okay. So I think now we have a recipe. I'm just cheating because I had the same problem two hours ago with my Arista. That did the same thing. So so now you can configure the second one. Raoul, what is the second port?
Wait. Can we please find out, because we can set RS with the FreeRtr CLI. I can't believe we cannot. Can you please type exit?
Let's follow the procedure as you see fit, Xaba, with FreeRtr CLI with SDN6. Okay.
First of all, let's see about this port again. I think we should find the correct procedure. Okay, so it was RS and autoneg both enabled, right?
Yes.
Do we have an IP on? Maybe we don't have that set on your side, Raoul. Does it show up on the server, Raoul?
Just let me check.
If you are not against the security rules, because we have such rules in RARE-freeRtr, you can enable LLDP. So even if you don't put any IP, you should see the neighbor. So it's in your Linux, Raoul. It's you know it maybe already. It's called LLDP CTL.
Now I see one of the ports is up. It was down.
Yes.
Yeah, it's up now.
So you have to configure maybe an IP. Maybe you have an IP configured on this port.
Yeah, I'm just detecting the port. Yeah, I can configure an IP. Yes.
Yes, you can configure and check it. If you're okay, Xaba.
Now definitely. For this port, it too is showing link detected. You're showing yes for link detected.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, cool. So what you can do is to set an IP and check the connectivity, so we are sure that this configuration is good. Xaba, are you down to test SDN6 with your so that we can leave its interface? You have a myriad of server with a myriad of connection for testing the procedure.
For
Okay.
sure. Let's do. Okay, then please conf t server p4 p4.
Sorry, is it okay for you, David?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, show run this.
I appreciate your help.
Okay.
No problem.
So,
Sometimes it's tricky.
so two and one is an invalid combination, right? And we are pretty sure that the first parameter was okay. What about 3 and 1?
Should try that on SDN6, which is the next one. to
Yes,
the
yes,
same
yes. Please,
server.
please.
Yeah.
Yes, please try on SDN6. And sorry, my bad. Let's try 3 and 2 because I'm and 2. Okay, and can you please check it on the hardware side? I mean, and TNA server, TNA BF shell, sorry. Okay, so it is RS and Autoneg, right? So the right parameter is 3 and 3 and 2. Can you please try it with SDN5 also? It will obviously bring down the port for a while, but we will see.
That's like that.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, finally we got it. Okay, then I think you should continue with the rest of the server ports, but do it in editor, please.
Yeah.
Okay, and wait, and then let me show you another trick in the editor. Okay, so when you are in the editor, please press F4. Please press F4.
Oh, let me think about that. On a Mac, how do I press F4? There it is.
Okay, and copy paste the part of space 102 space. Okay, press enter. And the replacement text obviously 103.2.1. And that's it. Okay, and now press F2 a lot of times.
It's nice.
And Control X, and I think we are ready.
Up from this one.
And then you have to move up and press. Okay, that's
Just do
also
it like
good.
that.
Okay. Then Control X and let's save it. And fingers crossed. Okay, finally it's changed a lot. Okay, don't be scared. You know, it prints out two configs. The first was that was applied, and the second config is that that is the rollback. I mean, to undo the changes.
So do what? Sorry.
To be honest, we tried to shut down because of the no export port part, so it is quite normal. But we didn't got invalid parameters for now. So I think, but let's check in the hardware. It is easy. TNA BF shell, and let's see. Okay, much better.
Do I need to do clear P4, P4?
No, normally you don't. I think it was just a try. As you see now, all the ports are programmed with the proper parameters. I mean, FAC set to RS and Autoneg enabled. So I think
this BF shell is live view of the data plane.
yes, exactly,
Right.
it is. And if you are interested in the internals, then type point. And I think it is point again. Okay, then exit. Okay, now it is BF and the tab.
Yeah.
Yes, that is, you are in the right place, BF Python, exactly. Now BF again. Okay, then please a question mark and then enter. Frederick, do you know how to continue by heart? BFRT, sorry, BFRT, type BFRT. Okay, now pipe.
Yeah, you find a way.
Sorry, BF router P. Sorry, BF router P. And that is.
Yeah.
Okay, now pipe.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now you can type info. Then you will get an overview of the forwarding tables and the usages of them. Just press enter. Okay, and now you can choose one table that you would like to see. Which table would you like to check?
Ooh.
V4, V6,
MPLS, maybe?
MPLS.
CIPv4.
Yes, for example, the LPM table is your routing table. That's that one. Just copy paste it back. Okay, and now, okay.
No, remove the pipe because you're already in pipe.
Right.
I see.
Just IGCTL means ingress controller.
And by the way, since it is an open source data plane, if you go to Giant Bitbucket, you can find these tables and definitions. Okay, now dump. Just type dump. Okay, so and here is the hardware representation of your routing table. Okay, you have to have a hex calculator in your head, but
that's you can really get more detail from this, yeah.
Yes, and basically the fun part here is also you get the actions. For example, set control plane, set next hop. I mean that will forward to a given next hop, and then you can check the next hop table that what kind of rewrite rules will happen then.
Okay. So basically, this is a pipeline, and in this pipeline you have several stage, and in one stage you can have, for example, one table in which you can match one specific field. So for example, entry 5 is key 0x9261283 with I think it's a mask, and you have the VRF, and here the action is to send this packet to the control. I think it's control plane.
Yes,
action,
it is.
IPv4 control plane send next up.
It is. So these are basically a punt. You know the knob. So when the control plane a punt, yes, a punt. So when the control plane needs the kind of packet, normally, for example, this 1E, like it is. I know it by heart. It's a /30. So for example, I think it is the peering port, and the control plane wants these kind of packets simply because maybe it had to perform ARP and so on. But when it finds an ARP, then it will propagate not the RPM table, but the host table, obviously. And then for sure, the host table is the first that we look up. So that's how it happens in the hardware. But if you are really interested, then I think it's time to open the Giant Bitbucket. Rick?
There's an awful lot. It seems like a deep hole that we could dive into to
yes, it's a really big black hole. Okay, so what I propose, if you are okay, is that we can real quick do this finish to activate your interface, because I think this is most important for you. And then as we are Raoul on the call also, it will be easier for him to check that everything is okay. How does it sound for you? You have 10 minutes to do that now. Do you know the recipe and all of this stuff, or you prefer to do this offline?
So I need to do it through here somewhere again, through BF.
PM,
sorry.
PM and show.
PM and show.
And show. Wait a bit, we got some packets from the SDM5 interface. Can you check, please? Okay, let's type exit, and let's show. Let's try to ping. I think it really should work now.
It is. I think that Raoul configure some IP there.
Sorry, I tend to mute because I'm very noisy when I'm typing. Okay.
Can you do a show LLDP neighbor? Maybe I'm not sure if you have activated LLDP.
Okay, show IPv4 ARP SDM5. Show IPv4 ARP. Sorry, you missed the V. IPv4
Missed that, yeah.
SDM5.
Yeah.
It's 97.
97.
Did I type the wrong address? Yes.
Maybe you have to precise the VRF. Except you have a default VRF. But,
From that 97, I can ping 96.
Don't you have a firewall maybe in place?
Yeah, just let's. Do you have, David?
I've just typed the wrong code. 194.82. There we go.
I know.
Okay. Do you want to repeat this for SDN6? So we have a Callisto server ready, I think.
Wait a bit. Wait a bit. I think we should also check the connectivity from sourcing the packets from loopback or SDN1. I think that's the uplink interface.
Yes.
These debug messages just appearing, a bad checksum.
I am wondering what that 2.57 is trying to find here. The kind of internet life.
Someone is trying to do something.
Yes, but how the heck do they go through with bad checksums? I never got the idea, by the way. Okay, can you please try pinging that server address, but with source SDN1? I think it was your uplink interface. Okay, maybe it's a routing issue on the server.
Yeah, maybe there's no default route on the server yet.
Raoul, do you have a default route on your server?
I'm checking it.
And is it pointing to the right interface, by the way?
Yes. Default is 194.82.175.96 through the interface that I have, this one that is the only one that is up. Okay.
Can you issue on your server, Raoul, IP route show?
Yep.
And put it on the chat?
Wait a bit, just a stupid question from my part. Yeah, you were trying to ping 99, but the last known host is 97 for me.
Oh yeah. I was trying the next interface.
Ah, sorry. Okay, by the way, do it work without without the source SDL one? Okay. Wait, we got something on the chat. What?
You have two default route and
Yeah.
you
Therefore,
have
different networks. It should be okay.
yes, but I think that the one that is used is the 192.768.
Because of the lower metric, yes, maybe.
You remember yesterday, Akshaba?
No, I really don't.
I asked you how to overcome the DHCP, the gateway inherited from DHCP, and this is the same case here.
Yes.
I see. Yes. So we have a higher metric with the through the NO1
Yeah,
interface. I think.
So
I can change the metrics, but I had the idea that I don't have to because they are different networks.
yes, but it's too
But I can force a change. Okay.
Okay, two things.
Normally,
Can you try to bring up the other interface in Callisto while I change the metric to make this network, this route, the priority default route.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So David,
Yes.
I think you know Shaba, you managed to bring the interface with the right steps in FreeRtr, so we can do the same with SDN6.
wait a bit. As I see, SDN6 should be okay now because it's in the hardware. I see RS enabled, autoneg enabled.
Do you think it is showing now? Just let
It
me
should
check.
be. Can you try to bring it up, please?
I haven't configured the other one yet. I'm just checking if it is showing up now. It is not showing up yet.
You have to bring it up if it is not already up.
Just let me. I'll change the metric. Okay.
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 By the way, I have been looking for flows for this 2.57.122.209 address and seems to be scanning the internet for TCP port 80. So it's just normal internet background noise, as you suspected.
Thank you, Simon.
By the way, if you want to try with the current server and the current setup, then if you copy paste this trick to your server, then normally it will flap for 1 minute the default route, as far as I know.
It's a nice one. I like that.
Hi.
Hi.
I thought you guys had gone. Everything was silent. Yeah, so you were right. I was pretty sure that I could have, given that they are different networks, but there's something that was wrong. I corrected the routing, and now I can ping both ways, I think.
Okay,
Yeah,
can you please
okay.
check this one? Yes. Very
So I
nice.
can, from another server in the JISC network, okay, from another server, I can ping now that port in Kalisk, port 97.
Fine. Can you please perform an iPerf testing?
Where's it gone? Hey, that's nice. It's coming from a server somewhere else in London.
Yeah.
Okay, can you please check if iPerf shows reasonable bandwidth?
Can you do that, Raoul?
Where would we try because the sports are 100G.
We could try 10 gig, and that's a good start.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, for the FreeRtr side, we have a lot of things to check here. So first of all, we have, okay, so if we repeatedly issue show commands, then we have display instead. Can you try display interface traffic?
Just that?
Yes. Okay, so the thing here is to spot is okay, so you see the interfaces, you see the state, and you see that the tricky part is array stakes, but with two numbers. The first is the software counter. Those are the packets that are processed, sent, received in software. And the second number is the hardware counter that came from the ASIC. Okay, and then basically that's about it. Now please press Ctrl Q. It shows you all the interfaces. Now you can display interface, let's say hardware traffic, HWE traffic.
That one?
Yes. Okay, it's basically the same, but without the confusing plus sign. So basically, just press Ctrl Q. It's not interesting again. Now display interface SDN1, and it is HWE. Please press a question mark. I always forget it. Okay, it is hardware history, like that. Hardware, no, it's packet history that you will to display. Just remove the P. It is simply HWE history. That's it. Okay, so that was the bandwidth usage in the past some hours and minutes and seconds. So normally, if we start on iPerf, then we should see it immediately. If you are interested in the current state, please press Ctrl Q. Then we have simply bandwidth monitor. It is BWV-mon without any show display or any fancy stuff, and it will detect for you. Just press it, press and enter. Okay, so first of all, it detects for you, and if it finds a single interface with hardware counters, then it will display hardware counters. Otherwise, it will only display software counters. But more interestingly, it prints out the interface, the description, plus the bandwidth usage. Then you can use up, down, page up, page down. You can use F7 to search for a particular interface. It's just an interactive viewer, I mean.
Nice. I like that.
By the way, if you press Ctrl Q, then we have another trick. If you are interested in a particular interface and more details, then it is show interface SDN1. I think it is full, maybe.
Full, yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay, we got too much. Can you scroll up a bit, please? Okay, so first of all, the regular output. Then you got some packet and byte statistics. Then the next interesting part is the distribution by ether type. I mean, if you see that you have only ARP input or MPLS or LDP input, then it can tell you. The next interesting part is the protocol distribution. I mean, 1 is ICMP, 6 is I think TCP, and 59 is ICMP v6.
Yeah.
Then the byte distributions, and finally the MPLS course and IP precedence distributions.
Nice. That's useful.
They are a quick counting that always running regardless what you do.
Perfect.
And finally, the same output for the hardware, simply because it's a hardware-assisted interface. So
Yeah.
that's the reason for this very long and complicated output. So the thing what I am interested in is basically display interface traffic, and if the software counters increase or the hardware counters increase. It is always good to know that, okay, the packet happens only in the ASIC when the hyperf is running. So issue display interface traffic, and it will tell us that the software counter is increasing or the hardware counter is increasing. Okay, so could you please start the hyperf?
Okay. So I ran a couple of tests to different places, but the servers, the target servers were 10 gig servers, but I got close to 10 gigabit per second. I will set up later on a test to try to get to internally between two of those 4 servers that we have to see if we get to 100 gig. And also a test. I can
Wait a bit. So Linux by default on a single TCP session cannot exceed something like 25 gigs. You can try it with hyperthink to the loopback and you will see. So I think you will never see the 100 gig fully loaded.
Is there a limitation of the free router?
No, it's a limitation in the Linux kernel. just you can try to hyperthing within the server to the loopback. I mean, you open two terminals, one with hyperth -s, the other with hyperth -c, and be sure first that how much you can push through the loopback interface.
I have used hyperth to transfer data to test to Brazil, and I got something like 98 gigabit per second.
On a single TCP session?
No, on a single
Okay,
single
so, but
TCP
okay,
session
but-
with 6 streams.
Okay. So that's what you have to prepare for. So a single TCP session is usually limited to that speed I mentioned.
But if you want to do a very basic test, maybe not now, but after that, what you can do is to first enable SDN6, and then you can do the wedge as a DUT between Caliban
It's not a bad idea. Yes.
and your wedge. So you can use
Yeah,
just
yeah,
use it.
I have done that. I suppose it's what you are saying. I have done tests when we had this thing in a lab.
Yeah. So
and
are
we would
you?
use
Do you have a bit of
Melon.
time, David, in order to bring up this SDN6 because it's still down and I don't know why.
Yeah, I've
Csaba,
got half an hour or so.
Okay, so Csaba, do you want to lead the way and maybe assist Raoul and David in order to bring up this SDN6
honest,
with
To be honest, SDN6 is propagated, I think, to the hardware. So I think it only needs to be enabled on the remote end.
So Raoul, can you enable the interface in Caliban?
Let me check that. Okay.
Do we
Let's
have a
go
terminal
to-
monitor so we can see the interface coming up?
Wait, but it also printed out the state.
Obvious,
But okay.
obviously, but I wanted David to play with the debug session.
I see.
Right. 6 will be the second 100 gig to Callisto. So if we wanted 100 gig to a different server,
Yeah, sorry, I said Caliban, but it's Callisto. I'm not sure why I was looking at Caliban.
Mhm.
Caliban.
So you are
Caliban.
going to activate the second interface in Callisto, yeah?
I believe it's already there.
It's already there. You have to activate it.
Just let me see the Callisto console. No, it seems it's still down. Let me do this. It's still showing for that interface, it's still showing that link is not detected. It is auto negotiation on. The FAC modes are the same, but it is showing link not detected.
Maybe time to check the light levels. Maybe
I
time
remember.
to check the light levels. Yes. Wait. It's not PM, but point, and BF and the tab, and QSFP. Frederick, do you know it by heart?
You can do info first. Type info. I think. Okay, so it's port 6. What you can do is to dump tab 6. So we have sorry.
Okay, the transmit power seems a bit wide to me. bit of too wide to me. Can you dump the other port that is
5?
Okay, so normally it can read it SFP and the transmit level. Then I think, Frederick, to be honest, it's quite interesting because seeing that infinity receive level is obviously the full link loss, but on the transmit level, can you show it again? I can't believe that the transmit power is infinity.
This one is weird.
Okay, maybe a chat, no chat on the interface. Frederick?
You mean shut no shut at BF shell?
FreeRtr. No, I mean in FreeRtr. Okay, also in BF shell we'll do for sure.
No. We can do it in FreeRtr. The idea is to do everything in
Okay,
FreeRtr.
so then. Okay, this BF platform. Yes, QSFP. Dump, not show, dump. What the heck?
It should be the same type of transceiver that we have in port 5.
Yes, I saw. By the way, have you ever seen such a thing that the transmit power is infinity?
Only on here. I had this.
Can we?
I was
shut
seeing
no
this earlier in the week before we got the encoding right.
Can you do a shut no shut on the server side?
Yes, and let's check when the port is shut on the server side, and we should lose the RX power here, right?
And the TX. it should not be infinity.
Yes, that's very
The logic.
So the difference is we set 6 up through the FreeRtr interface, and we set 5 up through the BF shell.
Yes, it's a good observation. Let's check it. Frederick?
So point. Or you can try and maybe it works and no. Point. Oh, dot, sorry. PM.
Sorry.
Show. So the interface are up. No, are enabled. So let's try to disable it manually. So port dash this DIS space 6/0.
Just that.
And yeah. Port dash ENB 6/0, and assuming that the enter. Show. Okay,
maybe removing and
let's remove it. Port this.
Port this.
Sorry. What you can do is to type arrow up. Yeah. Yes. Enter. Well, now we will do something that is for you something new. We'll do port del dash del space 6/0. Okay. Show. So technically, it disappeared. So now we have a misalignment between FreeRtr and the data plane, but we will create it manually. So let's do this like we did for SDN5. Port add port dash add space 6/0. I think it's 100G space RS. Enter. Enter. And before we put a AN dash set space 1. AN autoneg, sorry. It's a set 1. Yeah.
No,
No, sorry, 6/0, no, 6/01. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
That's it. Port. Now, port. No, PO.
yeah,
PORT E-ENB space 6/0. Enter. Show. Now something is different at the server side.
Maybe if we disable autoneg here, I think.
You mean you want? Okay, so let's this. So this, if we disable it, let's try to do then port this. Port this. We disable the port first. Yeah. We can also delete it, so we can start from fresh.
Yeah, we
Port
don't have to. Just for the autoneg, you don't have to.
Okay, so okay, port autoneg 6/0, and I think it's 0. No. Okay, no. Oh. Now let's do port. Port enable. Show.
It was
Oui.
not autoneg.
SDN6
Okay,
sends to
it was autoneg. Okay, then can you please correct it in FreeRtr? Then I think it is exit, and obviously we have to configure it there.
Yeah, but if I'm not wrong, it means that the autoneg on the server side has a different settings for this, for the second interface than the
Should be,
first.
yes, should be. But we hear that it was confirmed that it is the same RS and
Yeah. It has
Maybe
the
it's
same.
okay, let's administer it to FreeRtr then. So conf t and server p4.
You are ready to pass your first certification, David.
Okay, and I think the 3 corresponds to RS and the 2 should be 1.
Yes, the 2 should be 1. 1 mean off.
Yes.
Enter. But it should change to up soon, normally.
So normally we deleted it and we re-added it.
And the interface changed state to up. Okay, so now it's working. So Raoul, you should have a second interface.
Yes, the interface is up now.
But can you confirm me the autoneg status between the 2 interface on Callisto? Because I'm really curious, just for my culture, for future situation.
Sorry, I have some noise here. What did you ask?
Can you just check the autoneg setting?
Just let me close this door because there is some noise coming to me. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No problem.
Because it is this time where more than one person work from home, and you understand. Yeah.
Yeah, I see. So can you just check autoneg settings for the port we just configured and the port we configured before, because autoneg obviously has to be different.
Yeah.
Or this is really guesswork. Well, by the way, it's not really proper to P4 and FreeRtr, because I have also the same issue with between an Arista router and Mellanox router.
can you show interface hardware summary just to see if we got the pockets at least at hardware level from the
HW.
sorry HW summary. Okay, and SDN6 we got nothing yet.
Let's check the light levels again now.
Not PM, it is BF platform SFP.
Point BF tab, no underscore. Yep. Just QSFP. Dump info 6. Ah. Okay, now infinity means maybe some weird auto-neg stuff. So any possibility, but you have, if you have a enable LLDP on Callisto, we should be able to see LLDP probes.
I'll try to enable that now, okay?
Ah, okay.
So you mean the port that you guys just worked on, right?
Yeah, it works. So what you can do is to configure an IP address.
Which IP should I use, David? IP and gateway.
I'll put that in a message to you. So it's 2 higher than the last one in both cases. So you want to be 99 on your with a gateway of 98.
99.
That's something seemingly went crazy. If you are interested, FreeRtr have ability in the honeypot server, and it can create you throw spec or unicast routes that at least the trying guys haven't aggregated to /24 or bigger.
So you mean that we can configure a server honeypot and then do a specific generate a BGP flow spec rule in order to drop any further attempt from 2.56.122.209.
Yes, we have a test case covering it.
Yep. So David, if you want to play with a honeypot, there is one.
Good to know, thank you. So am I likely going to need to change these ones as well?
Yes.
Sure. Let's give it a try.
You can do editor now.
Yeah. So 3.1 for those. What was it? I'm remembering all the tricks. I'm going to leave SDN5 as it is though. For whatever reason.
By the way, have we tried SDN5 with 3 and 1?
I haven't. I can.
The worst thing that it goes down for a while. Unsupported port speed 0. What? Wait a bit, with a lot of interfaces came up.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay, what about show interface summary? Let's see what we've got now. Okay, so 3 more. Okay, but they are down, basically. Admin down, I mean.
Those 3 are just they're just spare transceivers.
Ah, I see, I see.
Do you want to check at BHL level that you have them appeared at the data plane level?
Yeah.
TNA, so TNA BF
But to be honest, I still don't understand that SDN5 with the autoneck enabled.
Shall we change that first and see if it goes down?
Yes, I am interested. Could you please? I can't believe that we have 8 or... Yes, we have 8 ports and only one of them requires auto negotiation. It's unbelievable.
Just to confirm, the new port is working fine.
Okay, can you still ping that port? I mean, can you please check if you still can ping the server on the remote end?
So
97 in VRF core.
Okay, so you can't. Then that port really requires autoneck. You know, autoneck can show inconsistent states on the 2 ends if one end is enabled with autoneck and the other end is not. Then the guy with the autoneck enabled can show down, whereas the guy with autoneck can show it up. So I bet you that for now the server on the remote shows the link as down because of the autoneck is not completed at his side. Okay, so I think it's time to revert SDN5 with the autoneck because
What was it?
that port really needs autoneck seemingly.
Oh no, that was too much.
Okay, but we don't store the ports now.
Too much.
It's simply because
Yes, that's one. No, the second one, please. That one.
it's simply because you are now very comfortable. So this is why conf revel was something natural for you.
I think I need a conf revert, you know.
Roll back. Yeah.
That's it.
No, I just paste all that in.
Yeah.
And then
Okay, the port seems coming back. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Just can you try to put the VRF sometimes? Xaba, I always forget this. What's the default VRF if you put just ping?
You have the client proxy profile, and the proxy defined there will be the default VRF for the commands.
But in this case, the proxy profile is OOB, no?
I don't remember.
Well,
I was still not
are you
working.
Are you sure it's the right IP?
No,
Yes. Let's show IP for ARP-SDN5.
Show IPv.
IPv4.
IPv4 IRP. Should be this one.
But what the?
Maybe can you issue again, Raoul, IP route show on Callisto?
Moment. Well, right now, it is showing only one device. After there was a point when I had the two 100G interfaces.
Can you issue it again? Because we just cleared the data plane, so please issue it again.
I will, just a moment. I will bring them down and up again.
Ah, okay. Okay.
I have only 2 or 3 minutes left before I have to go and collect my children.
Okay. Sure. Well, at least we have progressed. Callisto is almost ready.
There's something that's happening there that the connections now don't show as active. I will investigate this and maybe work with David tomorrow. David, is there any time you are available tomorrow?
I'm not available till Friday now. I'm working in Scotland for the next 2 days.
I'm sorry. Well, when you're available, we can work on this again. I'll try to investigate on this side to see what logs are showing me. Okay.
With respect to VC-minar, I think we are good because you have almost all the ports up, I think.
So
they all show up, yeah.
So it should be investigated at the server side now.
Yeah, I'll check because I had both ports pinging and now they are not. But I'll check if maybe I'll check here. I'll keep working on this. I just have to leave for meeting at 5. Then I'll come back. I'll work again on it, and I'll send you a message to all of you at the end of the day.
Okay. Just in case, David, the only differentiator here is the autoneg. So now I guess you can set it to 1, depending on Raoul's input, because he has to check how the server are configured.
One more thing, David, don't forget to write the config. Okay, you just did so.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you all for your time, and it was fun to have this troubleshooting session.
Thank you for the extended support today.
Well, it's not something Well, actually, it's not something so trivial as we could imagine, because again, I have the same problem, but with other equipment. So that's the fun part.
If Sava was
Yeah,
surprised,
I
then
guess
it was
just before you go, I've restarted the two interfaces and they seem to be up now. Okay,
Hey,
so they seem to be fine now. I'll run a few tests and I'll let you know what happened. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Raoul, what you can do, Raoul, is to configure bounce also and make sure that all the configs are also there for the other server, because David configured everything from the
You
P4
mean
switch.
you're the
I
server
can
in
ping the,
Caliban?
on Callisto, I can ping the two server addresses on Callisto.
That's good.
Finally.
So I mean,
Let
Raoul, you can do for other server the same thing. David has just finished to configure everything.
I
You
will,
mean Caliban?
what I'll do this evening, Raoul, maybe in the next couple of hours, is once my children are settled, I'll be able to add the IP addresses onto the wedge, onto the free router, so that you'll have all 8 interfaces addressed, and I'll send you those addresses.
Yes, I can see that Caliban, the two interfaces are up now.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
Fine.
I haven't assigned IPs, but they are up now. Ether 2 is happy with them, and so it is just assigning IPs and it will work. Okay.
Right.
Brilliant.
Okay.
So then tonight I'll run some tests, internal tests between these two servers and tests to sites out in Slough. We have a server in Slough and I have servers in Brunel. I'll run some tests and I'll send something. Okay.
And Raoul, if you are brave enough, you can also use DPDK and send traffic and test the NIC traffic, do the traffic test with DPDK, either using Cisco Trex or package from DPDK, and you will be able to reach 100 gig really easily.
Yeah. Yes. I'll try that. I'll try that. Okay.
Have fun.
That's good.
Thank
Okay.
you all.
Oh, thanks very much for your help in the end. You guys stay with almost 2 hours helping us. Thanks very much. Okay.
No
You are
problem.
welcome. You are
You're
welcome.
welcome.
That's fun.
Thank you, Simon, for your insight with respect to the IP that was trying to scan everyone in the internet. Bye.
I have to find out whether it always sends bad checksums, but yeah. Bye-bye.
Yes, it's quite interesting. But to be honest, I remember 10 or 20 years ago how happy I was when I got a pocket, you know?
Sure. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.